What's up, guys? We are having a grainy late night post-workout carb video coming your way. So we talked about training abs before, and the general rule of thumb I go by is every other day, maybe not the night before legs, but 3-4 times a week would be good. Let's talk about when to do it. So it would be very ill thought out to do it in the beginning of a routine or outside of your routine before you work out for the day, meaning like you wake up and do abs and then you lift later. That wouldn't be such a good idea. Your core, all the muscles in your midsection, front and back, those are the limiting factor in you being able to lift the most weight and sustain form. So if you exhaust your abs, even to any kind of fatiguing degree, it's going to impact your ability to brace, therefore impact your ability to train your other muscles. And we don't want that. We want to have developed abs, but we don't want to have it cause us to sacrifice everything else. When you're training abs, so a model I like to go off of is based on my workout split. So I lift 6 days a week currently. I have a back day, a chest day, a leg day, a shoulder day, a chest and back day, and an arm day. That's a mouthful, I know. So on the back day, I'm already using my core quite a bit just to sustain the posture for doing things like barbell rows and T-bar rows as well. So I'm already fatigued out enough. I don't want to train abs after back day. My next workout's a chest day. Now, you're engaging your core to a good degree, doing like bench press, but nowhere near as much as like training your back or legs. So at the end of the chest day, I will do 3 to 4 sets of abdominal work. Then leg day, I'm not hitting abs. I have a very long leg day, and again, you're having to use a lot of your central nervous system and core to sustain all the form on those leg lifts. Not doing it on leg day. Next day, we have a shoulder day. I'm for sure doing abs because shoulders is not that systemically fatiguing, and you're not exactly using your core a whole ton. I'm absolutely doing ab work, 3 to 4 sets. After that, we have a chest and back day. I will alternatively week to week do 2 to 3 sets of abs at the end of this day. Again, I'm doing mostly pull down motions and flies, so I'm not having to use my core a ton for the back lifts of that day, so I might do that. Arm day, for sure I'm training abs. You're not really stimulating your core a whole ton doing curls and tricep extensions. So, altogether, at the end of the week, it's really coming down to the general rule of thumb that you have with any other muscle in your body. So, if you want to grow, the general rule of thumb is to train each muscle with 15 to 18 working sets per week. Now, that could be plus or minus either direction by a little bit, but that's the general rule of thumb range. So when it comes to training abs or calves, which are two big ones people always have questions about, it really, so I'm doing it more frequently, meaning I'm doing it more times in the week than I would anything else, but I am still by the end of the week falling within that 15 to 18 set range. Same I would with my chest, biceps, whatever. So you see what I mean here? I am, I might be doing abs 3-4 times a week compared to like doing, arm work once a week, but I'm still doing the same amount of sets for my abs that I would for my biceps. And that's really what it comes down to for growth. Same thing with calves. A lot of people, when it comes to doing abs or back, what people like to do is they'll like do 3 sets at the end of their workout. And then they just leave it at that. And they'll do that a couple times a week. Well, now you've only done 6 sets, man. Even if you did it 3 times a week, you only did 9 sets, dude. That's not enough. And I don't recommend, doing abs in a way where you're doing a ton of sets, especially if you have like a really hard workout the next day. So I'm only doing 3 sets of like leg raises or something prior to leg day. I'm not really fatiguing my core enough to affect any of that. But some people could dig themselves in a hole and they'll do like 6 sets of really hard failure ab work the night before they have a leg day or something. I would not do that because it's going to affect your leg training. You're probably gonna be like, man, why can't I squat right? It's because you're having a hard time sustaining pressure in your core because your abs are fatigued still. So, whoa, whoa. So that's generally the rule of thumb there. Everyone always has questions about these things. People are doing goofy ab work all the time. You don't got to go crazy with it. I do weighted crunches and I do leg raises, and I have above average abs. Calf work too. Like there's not a lot of ways to train the muscle, so don't try and train it in a lot of ways. People are like doing weird twists and stuff. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to do anything where I'm twisting my spine. It's leaving the door open for maybe getting injured doing something else. And you don't want to be that guy that gets hurt doing like Russian twists or whatever, because that's kind of embarrassing. Like, that's not even like a main component of your training regimen, and you just kind of hurt yourself doing that. So definitely no twisting movements. People want to do like these weird like things where they're like holding isometrics, which you could tell like people are doing planks and stuff. That's not really developing your abs. It might help you develop your ability to brace your core, which I think is a pretty good positive thing if you're trying to be a power lifter or something, or if you're just trying to figure out like what it feels like to brace properly. That is definitely beneficial. But isometric work and twists, absolutely not. Those aren't really contributing to you growing your abs like you're trying to. And just keep the frequency high. Keep the frequency high, keep the sets modest, and 15 to 18 sets a week is really all it takes.